Section 1, multiple choice. Directions. Read each of the following questions carefully and choose the answer that best answers the question. Use the maps below in your knowledge of social studies to answer questions 1 and 2. 1. Which of the following correctly identifies the United States on the maps above? A. 2. B. 4. C. 6. D. 8. Pause to choose your answer. Number 2. Which of the following correctly identifies the Appalachian Mountains on the maps above? F. 1. G. 2. H. 3. J. 4. Pause to choose your answer. Number 3. One reason British colonists objected to the Proclamation of 1763 is because they, A. opposed the limits it placed on westward expansion and settlement. B. Did not want to share profits from their fur trade with French merchants. C. Feared it would result in additional conflict with Native Americans. D. Desired to maintain free trade with all European nations. Pause to choose your answer. Use the excerpt below in your knowledge of social studies to answer question 4. Excerpt. An act for granting and applying certain stamp duties and other duties in the British colonies and plantations in America, for every piece of parchment or sheet paper on which shall be written or printed any declaration, plea, or other pleading, or any copy thereof, in any court of law within the British colonies and plantations in America, a stamp duty of 3 pence. Number 4. The law described in the excerpt above was passed by Parliament in order to pay F. A profit to the British government for establishing the colonies. G. The cost of operating royal courts of law in the colonies. H. Great Britain's debts from the French and Indian War. J. Revenues to the King of England to repair his palaces. Pause to choose your answer. Number 5. Historians generally view mercantilism as one of the causes of the American Revolution because the system demonstrated that A. The colonies would never be profitable to the mother country. B. The mother country and colonists disagreed about who should benefit from trade. C. The colonies could not be successfully defended from the French. D. Britain's navigation acts required some colonists to be indentured servants. Pause to choose your answer. Use the excerpt below in your knowledge of social studies to answer question 6. I have heard some people say that America has benefited from her connection with Great Britain and that this connection is necessary for our future happiness. I challenge the biggest supporter of Britain to show a single advantage that North America can gain by being connected with Great Britain. Number 6. Who is most likely the author of this excerpt? F. King George III. G. A member of Parliament. H. Thomas Paine. J. A British soldier. Pause to choose your answer. Use the image below in your knowledge of social studies to answer question 7. Americans throwing the cargoes of the tea ships into the river at Boston. Number 7. What was the effect of the action shown in this illustration? A. Parliament passed the Intolerable Acts, further angering the colonists. B. The British government removed the taxes on tea and agreed to all colonial demands. C. Americans began buying their tea and coffee from French merchants. D. British merchants boycotted all purchases of American-made goods. Pause to choose your answer. Number 8. Which of the following colonial regions was most negatively affected by Britain's economic policies following the French and Indian War? F. Southern colonies. G. New England colonies. H. Middle colonies. J. The regions were all affected equally. Hint: Boston Massacre, Boston Tea Party, intolerable acts. Pause to choose your answer. Nine. The event in which British soldiers, after being taunted and teased, opened fire on a group of colonists and killed 5 of them is best known as the A. Boston Tea Party. B. Proclamation of 1763. C. Boston Massacre. D. Townsend Acts. Pause to choose your answer. Use the excerpt below and your knowledge of social studies to answer question 10. For protecting British soldiers from punishments for any murders which they should commit on the inhabitants of the colonies. For cutting off our trade with all parts of the world. For quartering large bodies of armed troops in our homes. Declaration of Independence, 1776. Which of the following events or situations is not related to the grievances from the Declaration of Independence listed above? F. Mercantilism. G. Intolerable acts. H. Boston Massacre. J. Boston Tea Party. Use the quote below in your knowledge of social studies to answer question 11. Here in the autumn of 1777, American forces met, defeated, and forced a major British army to surrender. This crucial victory renewed patriots' hopes for independence, secured essential foreign recognition and support, and forever changed the face of the world. Adapted from A Crucial American Victory, U.S. National Park Service. 11. The event described in this quote is significant because the A. Battle of Saratoga was the turning point in the American Revolution. B. Battle of Concord resulted in General Washington's defeat of Lord Cornwallis. C. Winter at Valley Forge enabled the colonial army to secure training and support. D. Battle of Yorktown was the first armed conflict of the American Revolution. Pause to choose your answer. Use the excerpt below in your knowledge of social studies to answer questions 12 and 13. To ensure people have these unalienable rights, governments are formed among men, getting their power from the permission of the governed, that whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these rights, it is the right of the people to alter or abolish it and to form a new government. Declaration of Independence, 1776. According to Jefferson's ideas in the excerpt above, if the government is not protecting citizens' unalienable rights, then the people can F. Send their complaints to the leaders of the government. G. Change the government or get rid of it and create a new one. H. Send representatives from the colonies to serve in Parliament. J. Attempt to change unfair laws through colonial legislators. Pause to choose your answer. 13. The unalienable rights of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness outlined in the Declaration of Independence could best be defined as rights that A. Can be taken away or violated at the king's will. B. Are only enjoyed by English nobles and royalty. C. All people are born with and cannot be taken away. D. Were given to the people with the creation of the Magna Carta. Pause to choose your answer. Use the chart below in your knowledge of social studies to answer question 14. Characteristics of the blank. Believed Great Britain was taking advantage of the colonies economically, located primarily in the New England colonies. Wanted to develop a system of representative government with no king. Believed the colonists had developed their own unique culture. Which of the following best completes the title for the chart above? F. British colonists. G. Patriots. H. Federalists. J. Loyalists. Use the diagram below in your knowledge of social studies to answer question 15. Britain recognized the independence of the United States. U.S. agreed to pay all existing debts owed to Great Britain. All British troops would be withdrawn from the United States. Citizens of the U.S. were allowed to settle in the Mississippi River Valley. Which event best completes the diagram? A. Proclamation of 1763. B. Declaration of Independence. C. Treaty of Paris, 1783. Thomas Paine's Common Sense. Pause to choose your answer. All of the following contributed to the Continental Army's ultimate defeat of the British Army except F. Financial and military support from European countries. G. Increased funding from the Continental Congress. H. Military training from individuals like Marquis de Lafayette. J. Strong military leadership from George Washington. Pause to choose your answer. 17. These events are all related to early America. Which list is in the correct chronological order? 1. Writing the Declaration of Independence. 2. Battle of Saratoga. 3. Passage of Stamp Act. 4. French and Indian War. A. 2, 3, 1, 4. B. 1, 4, 3, 2. C. 4, 3, 1, 2. D. 3, 4, 2, 1. Pause to choose your answer. This is the end of the multiple choice section.